fresh out of the shower, nice rosy rosacea cheeks. Should I wear this today? Or this one? This one. Hey, Benny. Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here. Welcome to my review and unboxing of the Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection. This is a set that I've been waiting for a really long time. Heard lots of people message me about it, ask me about it, if I was looking forward to it. And this is one, like I said, I've been waiting for. Because up until now, only the first 3 films and the remake and Freddy vs. Jason have ever been available on Blu-ray. So to have them finally out in one set like this, I remember when the one came out a couple years back with The Mask. I wanted to buy that again just because I'm like, well, I don't know, is this Blu-ray, are they ever going to finally all come to Blu-ray? And I had the old, I had the original DVDs, I had the VHSs of this, I had the collection from a number, I believe like 2005 or 6. And I had those deluxe editions, so I'm so glad to finally have these on Blu-ray. Now the features on this all come like on the actual Blu-rays from the deluxe edition, because the original ones didn't really have any features. The original releases when they first came out on DVD. The cool thing is though, a number of the features on it are in HD because for the deluxe edition, they were coming out at the same time as Paramount was putting out the Blu-rays. But for some reason, Paramount never ended up putting out anything past Part 3, but all the features and everything were all ready as far as I could tell, so the stuff is in HD. So that's pretty cool. A number of them have commentaries, behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff on it. But these are just really, really fun films. These are the kind of films everybody knows what they are. Jason killing people, they're real fun slasher films, so I don't need to get into full detail on them, but they all look really good. The thing about these movies too is these have been movies that I've been watching since I was probably in the 4th grade. Now I was not watching them uncut. I used to actually tape them on like TNT or TBS used to air, I think on Friday the 13th, like marathons of all the movies. So I would like get those VHS tapes and put them on the, the lowest quality when you could tape for like 8 hours, like super extended play or whatever you call that. I used to watch them like that. So these are things that I used to watch, like that, all cut up. And when you look at the way things were cut back then, it was crazy. Of course, sometimes movies like that, when they were all cut for TV, had like weird scenes you don't see, that were kind of shot just for the TV cut. But these are just ones I would highly recommend. These always have a fond memory to me. When I think back to some of my favorite memories of back in like the 4th and 5th grade, was watching the Joe Bob Briggs Monster Vision and that kind of stuff. And these are all the kind of things I watched back then. So these movies have always been something that I really enjoyed. So now over to the unboxing segment. Now, as you can see, it's in a tin case with the Jason image kind of raised out to give it a 3D look. I always thought tin cases were cool. Anchor Bay years back used to put movies out in these. Back when Anchor Bay was really new, like in the early days of DVD, they put out like Evil Dead, the Hellraiser. They put out Wicker Man, but it was in kind of a wicker box. But it was kind of cool. Like, I only have 1 or 2 of those original tin cases, but they were pretty cool. They were a lot higher, though. This is actually the standard size case of like a DVD and Blu-ray, unlike those ones which were like double size, really high. So they're kind of hard to put onto shelves. This one I like because it's a lot smaller. But these things too, you can kind of display this on like a shelf, and on your actual case, you can take it out and put the movie on it. This is probably how I'm going to do it, since this doesn't have a thing on the side. And it actually kind of looks cooler just putting that up higher. But as you see, it says it has all 12 films on 9 Blu-rays. So some of the movies are on 1 disc, other of them are on 2, on the same discs. 2 movies on 1 disc. Now when you open it up, it has a band across it that says "You're Doomed," which is referencing, the Crazy Ralph character from the first film. And, those are always kind of crazy. I always love those kind of characters, when they go to, like, gas stations and things like that to tell you, to watch out and stuff. And it has the Camp Crystal Lake Memories book, a smaller version of it with, like, excerpts from it. And I believe that this was, like, a big book. And it has, and they kind of took the best parts of it. And it's got pictures from the movie, about pretty much all the movies, facts about it, different stories and things like that. And it has the code for Vudu. I'm not going to show that. So you can download all the movies to that. So if you go to someone's house and you don't want to bring this or anything like that, you can watch it that way. A Camp Crystal Lake patch. These are always pretty cool. Has 3D glasses for watching the third movie. The third movie's only in, classic 3D. It's not in Blu-ray 3D. I don't know how it works with making a movie, turning a movie that was kind of like that kind of 3D into the Blu-ray. I personally can't watch that kind of 3D. It messes with my eyes, and I always get really bad headaches. So you take this off, and you open it up. It tells you, what's in here. And, as I said, like, some of the movies are on one, movies, have their own disc. Other of them are 2 movies on a disc. The first film, the second film, the third film, and up until now, only the first to third film have been available on Blu-ray, and the remake and Freddy vs. Jason. Part 4, the final chapter, that was one that I always really liked a lot. It's a really fun one. It had Corey Feldman in it, Crispin Glover with that dance scene that kind of has like a cult following now of its own. Part 5 and 6, and those are both on their own disc. As you can see, they're just like this. And I'm not sure if they're going to be releasing these separately, down the line or not. 7 and 8. And I really like Jason Takes Manhattan as well. I liked how it takes place on a boat. It's just a pretty cool one. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X. And Jason X was a pretty good one. It had some cool deaths in it. Movies always kind of go to space, when they're kind of running low on ideas. If you look at, like, Leprechaun 4 went to space, Critters 4 went to space. And, Jason Goes to Hell was kind of made more to have the idea for Freddy vs. Jason. That took years later, and finally was made. And that was a fun one. Not like my absolute favorite, but I do like that. And then, of course, the remake. And it also has the killer bonus disc. And this was from the old collection from, like, when these movies were all first released on Blu-ray in a collection. So this is the old disc original one. So it's pretty cool they included that, for people that want to have that as well.